This is VOA News. Reporting by remote, I'm Joe Ramsey. A newly downgraded U.S. intelligence finding shows Russia is in the process of buying weapons from another unsavory nation for its war in Ukraine. AP Washington correspondent Sagar Magani reports.
The Biden administration says it's a sign of Vladimir Putin's desperation.
He's buying drones from Iran. Now he's got to buy artillery rounds from North Korea.
National Security Council spokesman John Kirby says there's no indication Russia's actually bought the rounds, but information indicates it may buy a lot.
It could include literally millions of rounds.
At the Pentagon, Brigadier General Pat Ryder says it shows Moscow's having trouble sustaining its ability to fight in Ukraine.
Things are not going well on that front.
North Korea has been allying itself with Moscow over the war, but sending arms to Russia would violate UN resolutions banning the North from exporting weapons to or importing them from other nations. Sagar Magani, Washington.
Fears ran high Tuesday on an Indigenous reserve in the Canadian province of Saskatchewan as police warned residents that the suspect in a deadly stabbing rampage over the weekend might be nearby. People on the James Smith Cree First Nation Reserve were told to stay inside. An Associated Press reporter saw people running and screaming as police shut down roads and surrounded a house with guns drawn. Later Tuesday, police sent an alert saying they determined he is not located in the community. A province-wide alert remains active. 10 people were killed and 18 others wounded in the stabbing rampage by two brothers accused on Sunday. This is VOA News. Troubled relations between regional rivals Turkey and Greece has worsened. Turkey's president on Tuesday doubled down on a thinly veiled invasion threat. Athens responded that it's ready to defend its sovereignty. Turkey and Greece have decades-old disputes over an array of issues, including territorial claims in the Aegean Sea and disagreements over airspace there. The friction between the neighbors has brought the NATO allies to the brink of war 3 times in the last century. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan said Turkey could, quote, come all of a sudden one night in response to perceived Greek threats, suggesting a Turkish attack on its neighbor cannot be ruled out. Pakistan's unprecedented monsoon season and flooding have killed hundreds of people and made hundreds of thousands homeless. The rain now threatens a famed archaeological site dating back 4,500 years. A curator said on Tuesday that flooding has not directly hit a UNESCO World Heritage Site, but he says the rains have inflicted damage on the ruins of an ancient city in southern Sindh province near the Indus River. Since the rains started in mid-June, at least 1,343 people have been killed. Millions have lost their homes in the surging waters, with many experts blaming the unusually heavy monsoon rains on climate change. Gulf Arab nations are asking Netflix to remove what they call offensive videos. AP correspondent Walter Ratliff reports.
A group of Gulf Arab countries has asked Netflix to remove what they call offensive content on the streaming service, apparently targeting programs that show gays and lesbians. A joint statement issued on behalf of a committee of the Gulf Cooperation Council made the request, saying the unspecified programs contradict Islamic and social values and principles. The move comes after countries in the Muslim world banned the public showing of Disney's latest animated film, Lightyear, over a brief moment showing 2 lesbian characters kissing. I'm Walter Ratliff.
Recapping our top story, a newly downgraded U.S. intelligence finding says the Russian Ministry of Defense is in the process of purchasing millions of rockets and artillery shells from North Korea for its ongoing fight in Ukraine. Brigadier General Pat Ryder, the Pentagon press secretary, says, quote, the information that we have is that Russia specifically asked for ammunition. Another U.S. official says the fact that Russia is turning to the isolated state of North Korea demonstrate its military, quote, continues to suffer from severe supply shortages in Ukraine. Reporting by remote, I'm Joe Ramsey, VOA News.